The price of your next laptop, your next phone, your next GPU just got decided on Wall Street, and most people missed it entirely. A South Korean company just pulled off something no foreign firm has ever done in American financial history. It raised a fortune, and now Washington wants something specific in return. Here is why this lands on your desk. Every device with a memory chip inside it just got tied to a single decision made this month. SK Hynix is the second largest memory chip maker on Earth. It supplies the high bandwidth memory that makes AI training possible. NVIDIA's most powerful chips are useless without it. But here is where it gets interesting. This isn't just a stock story. Wait for the number near the end. It reframes the whole thing. According to TechCrunch AI, SK Hynix just raised $26.5 billion in a US public offering. That is the largest foreign IPO in American history. Not this year. Ever. No overseas company has ever pulled this much capital out of American investors in a single move. So, what does that mean for you? It means the smart money believes the AI memory shortage isn't ending soon. When a chip maker raises this kind of war chest, it's building for years of demand, not months. That translates directly into pricing. High bandwidth memory is already the tightest bottleneck in the entire AI supply chain. Every data center build out, every new model, every AI feature bolted onto software you use fights over the same limited supply. And that supply is controlled by a tiny group. SK Hynix, Samsung, Micron. That's essentially it for cutting edge memory. If you're getting something out of this, A-like pushes it further. Now think about what a shortage does. When three companies control a scarce resource that the entire tech economy suddenly needs, they set the terms. Prices climb, allocation gets political, and the companies that can't secure supply fall behind quietly before you ever hear about it. But the part most people miss is still coming. Here's the pressure nobody's talking about openly. SK Hynix didn't just raise this money to expand at home. It's being urged to build new fabrication plants on American soil. Not sales offices, not warehouses, actual chip factories inside the United States. Why does that matter? Because a memory fab is one of the most expensive objects humans build. We're talking tens of billions of dollars per facility, years of construction, and a supply of engineers that barely exists. Asking a Korean company to plant that on US ground isn't a business request. It's industrial strategy. Who benefits? The US government, which wants critical chip supply physically inside its borders after watching what happened during the pandemic when supply chains snapped. Who gets caught in the middle? SK Hynix and Samsung, pressured to spend fortunes building where labor costs more and construction runs slower. And who pays in the end? You do, through the price of everything with a chip in it. Here's the personal stake. If these fabs get built in America, your future devices get more supply security but likely higher baseline cost. If they don't, the US stays dependent on factories an ocean away, in a region under constant geopolitical strain. Either path shows up in your wallet. Stick with me. The final stretch is the whole point. Consider what that IPO money actually buys. It's not just factories, it's leverage. SK Hynix now has the cash to outbuild its competitors and lock in the high bandwidth memory market for the AI era. Samsung is racing to catch up. Micron is fighting to stay relevant. The company that dominates memory over the next 5 years effectively taxes the entire AI industry. Now, the number that reframes all of it. $26.5 billion, raised in a single foreign IPO. That figure tells you the market isn't betting on a bubble that pops next quarter. It's pricing in a decade of AI hardware demand. That's why Washington is pushing so hard for domestic fabs right now. Before the dependency deepens, here is exactly what happens next. Within the next 18 months, expect at least one formal announcement of an SK Hynix or Samsung memory fab in the US, backed by federal incentives, and expect high bandwidth memory prices to stay elevated because demand is outrunning supply no matter where the factories sit. The AI boom just moved from software hype to concrete and steel. That shift changes who holds power in tech. Not the app makers, the people who control the physical memory underneath them. Before I go, here is your tech tip of the day. If you work with large datasets or logs on Linux or Mac, stop opening huge files in an editor. Use ripgrep instead of grep. It's dramatically faster because it respects your gitignore and searches in parallel across cores. Install it, then run arg, followed by your search pattern inside any directory, and it recursively scans thousands of files in a fraction of the time classic grep takes. Add --JSON if you want to pipe results into another tool for parsing. Once you switch, you won't go back. That is your tip for today. You just saw how a single IPO reshapes the price of every chip you'll buy. If that changed how you see the AI boom, tell me in the comments where you think the fabs land. Want more like this? Subscribe to FutureEdge, a fresh one daily.